Okay, hello dear friends. So this one still we do graphing of trigonometry functions. So we do the graphing, and here is the problem. The question is you need to graph y equal to 1 plus 6 sine 2 pi x plus 1/2. So take a look at it. Now we know what it is talking about. It is the transformation of basic trigonometric function of a sine graph. So we start by putting our original. We see here is a 6, here is a 1, something like between a 7. The highest point must be 7, not more than 7. So we leave enough room to do that, right? So we start to do the x-axis and the y-axis. We do not need to do the whole graph completely. We do only one rotation, otherwise it will be too confusing. After we finish one typical rotation, we can keep on going on, because trigonometric function graph is rotating and never ending, infinity. Okay, so the y-axis will be y. The x-axis, instead of x, we need to name it pi x. Pi x. So the y-axis, shall we do it like this? We start from 0, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. And here we will do, okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Why do I choose this? Because here 1 is not exactly 1, it's 1 pi, because this is pi x. And 1 pi is around 3.1, right? If you put the pi as real number, it's 3.1. And here is a half pi. And here is 1, here is around 3. So our scale is relatively okay, not too bad, right? Divided into 2 parts, and it's the middle point here, 2/3. And the very first graph, we will start with y equal to sine pi x. Instead of x, we will do sine pi x. So we know when this is the basic form, when x is a half pi, it goes to the highest point. When x is 2/3 pi, it goes to its lowest point. It's good I use pencil, right? So here. Okay, so this is our first graph. This is our basic graph to start from. So I will use brown color for it. This is our very first one. First, brown one. Now, the second one, we will start to do some transformation. Y equal to 6 times sine pi x. So when the old one, x is 1 pi, is 0. 0 and pi is 0. When the first one is a half pi, it reached to its highest point is 1. And now we need to times 6, so it goes to 6. I try to make it make it a bit better. 6.5, it's -6. So this is the new one. Now we choose a new color. What do we get? We get nothing because I had a red and got lost. Okay, pink. Pink is a good one. I love pink. So this is the first time transformation from the basic form. Okay, now the third one. The next step transformation is 1 plus 6 sine pi x, right? So it means it moves one step up. Nothing else changed. It just moves one step up. When it is 0 becomes 1. When it is 6 becomes 7. When it is 0 becomes 1. When it is -6 becomes -5. When it is 0 becomes 1. Okay, here is our new graph. Okay, change another color. Orange. Orange is good. So starting from 1 instead of starting from 0. I am not using machine to draw it, so there are some points not so clear, although I am... Okay, although I'm an art teacher, I'm not doing very good at an art drawing, at this art illustration at this point. Number 3. Number 4, we need to change another time. 6 sine x. Oh, I did the right graph, but I forgot to write this. Okay, this one we do y equal to 1 plus 6 sine 2 pi x. Okay, so 2 pi x. What does it mean? It means it changed the frequency of this rotation. Here we have one rotation, and if 2 pi x, we need to have one more rotation during this previous one time. So, which means I will add an auxiliary here. So, in this previous half rotation period, it needs to finish a whole rotation. In this half period, it needs to finish another whole rotation. So it goes cut in the middle. And this one is cut in this one middle. And this one cut in this middle, -5. -5 between these two, around here. +5. Between these two, 7, and here. Okay, now I draw it. Here. Don't connect with this. Finish it with 1. Here goes up here. Okay, I am not very pretty in this drawing. Hope you can forgive me. Yellow is a little bit too light. Oh, green is good. Otherwise, it will be the same color family. We want to have a little bit different color family. So, number 4. This is transformation number 4. Okay. Transformation number 4. Okay, 2 top, 2 bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Totally 5. And 2 rotations. That is right. Now we need to do another change. Number 5. Y equal to 1 plus 6 sine 2 pi. X plus half. What does it mean, x plus half? It means it goes a half step in advance. It is not delayed. If this is a negative sign, it is delayed. And if it is half, it is go ahead of time. Ahead of time, half. It's like every morning I go to work and I make sure that my watch is 10 minutes or 5 minutes ahead of time, so that when I drive, I am less stressed. It's just a silly way of cheating myself, but it works, it functions. So it means it goes half, goes ahead. It is exactly the same graph, but half ahead. If you know it is actually, when you go here, it is reflecting to each other. So half, the rest will be, is actually reflecting this. Kind of confusing, right? So it starts early, it finish early. It finish early, a half distance early. So we will use another color. Maybe we will just go ahead, use a very significant color. So this is our last finishing graph. It's a little bit confusing with the pink, with the other pink. No problem. I will use another color. I will use the majestic color to do it. This is a critical point. Critical point, critical point, critical point, critical point, critical point. So can you see this very dark, my Lamy pen color is the dark blue color is what we are going to do. How many rotations? 1, 2. And 1 steps further, 1 steps ahead of time, a half pi ahead of time. Another thing, what do we know? It's 1 step raised up, and the frequency, the height of the frequency is 6 times of the original frequency. Now this is done. I hope it is good for you. I love you, I really do. Doing math is really a very, very, very mentally challenging and mentally calming. I receive a lot of friends' comments. It make me puck from the bottom of my heart. It make me vomit. It makes me feel bad. It makes me totally confused. Whichever reason, sometimes we need to get ourselves. Sometimes doing some math and do it slowly, step by step. It actually helps us to focus and helps us to get away from headache. I love you, I really do. Do.